A lot of things in the news that are really minor can be described as atrocities. Atrocity is funny because any event that occurs is going to be, all right for some, bad news for others. It's not going to make any difference to some people, and then some people will be labeling it an atrocity, right? It often depends on where you live, what newspapers you read, which side of the political lines you stand on, whether you have an opinion at all about things that happen in the world that don't affect you directly or affect the people that you know. Atrocity is a word that I find very suspect. I think you can fairly call certain things in history an atrocity. With hindsight, I think we have a clearer picture of things that really, really oughtn't to have happened, and the lessons they taught us came at too high a price. And then you can reasonably say that something is an atrocity, but it is a word that is, I think, used too lightly sometimes. Someone's haircut is an atrocity. Missing your bus is an atrocity. It's funny how through callous use, words completely lose their power. And it's interesting how there is a lot of money to be made by newspapers, by media outlets, by using hyperbole, by not just calling things how they are, but embellishing them so much and sensationalizing them and dividing people often in the process. If we level the insult of something that someone else in our community has done as an atrocity, I think we implicitly distance ourselves from having any involvement, and we imply that we would never have made the same failure of judgment, that we're cleverer or we're above certain actions or words, and also that we played no part to begin with. I'm very much of the opinion that societies are responsible for one another, and we as individuals, when we misbehave or we feel the people around us and we have hard times, I think we're not solely to blame, and we have the responsibility towards each other to look after one another. And that is not just at a local level, but at a global level. And so to say something an atrocity, if you're not leveling that against yourself, which is rarely how people use that word, right? Then you kind of throwing rocks at glass houses. What's the phrase? People in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Yeah, it's. I think it's too simple to say, "Oh, he did it. What an atrocity this was." It's usually man-made problems that are called atrocities, right? When it's nature, we say disaster. Haircuts can be disasters, I think, but they can't be atrocities. And that's my current view.